ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, canto 10, chapter 55, verse number 9. So we read the story how Rukmani gave birth to a child who was kidnapped by Shambhasura and then thrown into the sea. He was swallowed by a fish which was caught by a fisherman and which was given as a gift to Shambhasura. And then Shambhasura gave it to the cooks to cook, and they cut it and the baby came out. And the baby was given to Mayavati, who was Rati, wife of Kamdev. because she was also engaged in cooking. And then she took care of the baby. So then we read the story from Matsya Purana that when Kamdev was burned, then Rati performed austerity to get her husband back in a body. And at that time Sambrasura was also performing tapasya to please Shiva. So then Shiva appeared and he asked Sambrasura, what do you want? So he saw Rati and I said, I want her. So he said, okay. And he told Rati that don't worry, you will get it. This is the way you are going to get your husband. So 2 in 1, both were satisfied simultaneously. So now describe what happened after that. Tanmay, you have some question?
Sorry about this Mayavati and Rati. You said that she complained to Shiva, what is this? And then he said you changed. So did she take a different form, or it was not clear to me what exactly happened?
Yes.
She became Mayavati.
She took another form because she was a lot of Maya. Because she has to hide from Sambrasura. She didn't want to have her relation with Sambrasura. Why Sambrasura wanted her? Because Sambrasura was physically attracted to her. But she was not attracted to him. She was fixed on Kamdev. So therefore she took another form. So that is why she is called Mayavati. Because it's a form of Maya.
So she looked like Rati, but she is the form of Maya. Is that it? Because otherwise Sambrasura knows that she is not who he wanted. So
Sometimes you don't have such a good vision that you can recognize. When I was, I tell you my own experience when I was studying in college in IIT, and there used to be this one magazine called Film Affair. I don't know if they have, probably not anymore. So I could never, people used to say, oh, this is Hema Malini now, who is our MP here. She was a famous star at that time. And this is Asha Parekh. And I could never figure out how do they recognize. To me, they all look same, I could never understand how these students were able to say, who is she? So don't worry, maybe he was like that.
thank you, Lord.
So nati dirghena kalena sakarshni rudha yavanaha janayamasa narinam vikshantinam cha vibhramam. So he says that it did not take very long time for Karshni, which means Pradyumna, son of Krishna, to become youthful, Rudha Yavana, very quickly. I don't know, maybe in few months. And Janaya Masa Narinam Vikshanti Nam Cha Vibhramam. And then because he became young, he was Kamdev, he was most beautiful person. So he attracted the heart of every lady and caused confusion. Vibhramam means they all felt attracted to him. So there is not much commentary on this sloka. This one doesn't have anything. And Satam Patim Padma Dalaya Tekshnam Pralamba Bahum Narloka Sundaram Savridaha Sautambhit Bhruvekshiti Prityapatasthe Ratiranga Sauratahi. So now it is described about Mayavati, who is now Rati. So Satam Patim Padma Dalaya Tekshnam. So now she is seeing Pradyumna, who was a baby but who became a young man quickly, maybe 1-2 years, who knows. And he was very beautiful. He had very big eyes like the lotus petals, long arms, strong. And Narloka Sundaram, he was very beautiful among human beings. And so she looked at him in a very coyish manner. Savrida Hasa, in a shy and smiling manner, while moving her Bhruva Ikshati, Uttambhita, raising her eyebrows, and Pritya Uptastheratir Anga Sauratahi. So Saurata means in a very attractive, physically attractive manner, those kind of bhav, those kind of motions, expressions. So she stood there, and he was of course confused to see this. So Tambhita Nartitaya Bhrustaya Uplakshitai Sauratair Bhavi. So Tambhita Bhru means that she was like making movements with her eyebrows to attract him. And this is also an indication of other movements or other physical bodily movements to attract his mind. Atra idam tattvam. So here the sense is as follows. Adya va sva va sarvam tattvam asmai gyapitva eva sauratan prabhavan prakashishyami iti vicharitvatya evam tasya devad rahasi vigyapnat purvam eva kam vavashyate bhava swameva udbhuta iti. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that she was actually planning that today, tomorrow means very soon, I will explain to him the truth, because she already knew from Narada Rishi that this boy is actually your husband. So therefore she was not treating him like her child. Although he was small, but he still looked upon him as the husband who is going to grow soon. And she thought that she will explain this to him. And when she was thinking like this, then suddenly she actually expressed those motions or those movements and expressions. So this happened without plan. Why? Kam Vavashyat, because of her love for him, because they are husband and wife. So she was not able to uphold the feelings. And they came out and were expressed. So that's what happened. But then seeing this, Pradyumna was surprised and confused that why is he behaving like this? He is my mother, because that's how he is thinking. So therefore he says, Tamaha Bhagavan Karshni Mataste Matiranyatha Matri Bhavamati Kramya Vartase Kamini Yatha. So Bhagavan Pradyumna spoke to her as follows. He says, Mataste Matiranyatha. Said that, mother, why your mind is looking differently and giving up your mood of a mother, you are behaving like a lover. So what has happened? So he was straightforward. He was questioning her, not wondering this, that. He asks point blank what is going on. So Bhagavan, the word Bhagavan is used for him, which means he should be Sarvagya, he should know, then why is he asking? So he says, Sarvagyadi gunayukto api lila nidhe krishnasya vichaya sarvagyadi avranat. So although he has the qualities of omniscient and omnipotent, etc., but Sri Krishna, who is the ocean of Leela, pastimes, play, so out of his will, his omniscience did not become manifest. And therefore he behaved as if, not behaved, but he asked this question not knowing exactly what has happened or why she is behaving in this manner. So her nature of knowing or knowledge was covered. And then he gives another meaning. This is the meaning of the sloka, but he makes a little twist on the meaning. And the twist is on the word matar, mataha. So mata means mother, oh mother. But you can also break mata into ma Ataha. That why are you behaving like a mother? You are my lover. Don't behave like a mother. So ma means not. Plebhyam ma smagama partha netatvai. Don't behave like an impotent. So he says ato ma bhavat te annatha bhavtu iti shesha. So ma ato, therefore bhava te annatha bhavtu. Don't have this other bhav, mother bhav. Yatastva matri bhavam atikramye vartase yatha yathavat kamni matkanta. That you are existing like my kanta, my lover, beyond the relationship of mother, that is proper. So there is no inappropriate thing. Rati Ruvacha, then Rati, because she was asked, then she replied, Bhavan Narayan Sutaha Shambren Ahrito Grihat Aham te dhikrita patni Rati Kamo Bhavan Prabho. So Rati said that you are son of Krishna and you were stolen by Shambrasura from the house of your parents, and I am your rightful wife, Rati, and you are Kamdev. So she is reminding him that you are Kamdev. Your name may be whatever, Pradyumna, but actually you are Kamdev and I am your wife, Rati Devi. So there is nothing wrong what I am doing. So finally they got united after a big separation. Esha tvanirdesham sindhau akshipat shambaro suraha matsyo grasit taddudrad ihe prapto bhavan prabhu. And then she explained how he reached to this place. He says that this Sambarasura, he has stolen you when you are less than 10 days old and threw you into the sea, Sindhau Akshipat. And then you were eaten up by a big fish, and from that fish you came to me because the fish was brought here. So now she is giving him advice what is to be done. So aham patni tvam kam devam eva matva uktittvena pradyumnena api sparshmani nyayena svasparshena sasvakanta krita vastutastu aniruddha mata eva tasya svashaktiriti Shri Vaishnava Toshni. So she said that I am your wife and you are Kamdev. And then Pradyumna touched her, and by the, just as a touchstone turns iron into gold, then by her touch she became his wife and not just Rati. But he says that in truth the Shakti of Pradyumna is the mother of Aniruddha, that is daughter of Rukmi. Rukmi, Rukmani's brother, had a daughter who will be married to Pradyumna, and Aniruddha was born from that. So therefore this Rati is not the what you call counterpart of Pradyumna, like Krishna has Rukmani. The counterpart is that Rukmavati, mother of Aniruddha. But she is also one of the wives. So now she is saying that you should kill this Asura so that we can leave from this place. Tamimam jahi durdharsham Durjayam Shatrumatmanah Maya Shatvidam Tvamcha Maya Bhir Mohanadibhihi. So she said that you should kill him this very powerful and unconquerable enemy, and he is a knower of various Maya, means he has many yogic powers to create things. So the Asuras know this, they can create all types of things while fighting, bring rain, bring hailstorm, send something else, mountains flying, etc. Or suddenly a lot of tigers can appear, start eating up everybody. So they do that. So he says Maya Shatavidam. So he knew also 100 types of Maya, like that. Shambri, the word Shambri in Sanskrit actually means Maya. So he was master of Maya. That's why Mayavati was also there. So now you see, he says that you use your Maya to bewilder him, and she will teach him. So there are no commentaries on these slokas. So if somebody is playing Maya with you, then you also have to be mic with that person. That is the message from here. Brajanti te moodadhiya parabhavam yena bhavanti mayina mayesh. So for those foolish people who do not act deceptively with deceptive people, then they will lose, they will be defeated, because the other person is not going to be straightforward. So that's what happened to kings in India. They were trying to fight with the enemy following dharmic rules, and the other person is fighting with adharma. So then they lost. So with mic people, you have to also be mic. So Maya Chara Mahina. So Sate Shatyam Acharet is famous saying in Sanskrit, that if somebody is Shatha, means tricky, deceptive, cheater, so then you also do that to him to protect yourself. Idea is not that we want to cheat, but we should also be defensive for our own life, property, not that we fall prey to the others cheating. That is also promoting deception if we do that. So parishochati te mata kurariva gata praja putra sneha kuladina vivatsa gauriva atura. So she is reminding him of his mother. He says that your mother is lamenting, she is in grief, just like a kurari bird who loses her baby bird, how she feels. So she is also in a very grievous situation because of affection for you, whom she has lost. And it is just like a vivatsa gauriva atura, just like a cow who gives birth to a calf, and sometimes the calf dies after a few days. Then she is very disturbed. Because cow has a lot of affection for the calf. Vatsa, the word Vatsalya ras comes from the same word as Vatsa. Vatsa actually means a calf. So she said that your mother is in great distress because she lost you. So you should go back after killing this asura so that she can be peaceful. Prabhashe evam dadau vidyam pradyumnaya mahatmane mayavati mahamayam sarva maya vinashinim. So after preaching to him in this way, then she gave the knowledge of Mahamaya. So some people translate this as Mahavidya. There is one Vidya called Mahavidya. It's also part of Tantra. It's worship of Devi. So here the word Vidya is used here. And Mahamaya is used. So she gave this knowledge to him, and this Mahavidya is Sarva Maya Vinashinim. It can counteract all other Maya or illusions created by Sambrasura. So now he gets ready to fight. So again some fight is coming. Little bit of fight is good to incite your Veer Rasa. Otherwise you become lazy. So sacha Shambram Abhyetya Sanyugaya Samavyayat Avishahya Avishahya Akshepahi Kshipan Sanjanayan Kalim. So then what he went to Sambrasura and he challenged him and invited him for a duel, Sanyuga. Sanyuga, yoga, you know. Sanyuga, come fight with me. Young people like to fight. He was young, new blood. And if you want to fight, then you have to use abusive words. Those are the Uddipan Vibhav for fighting. In the Veer Ras, the Uddipan Vibhav is when you have abusive words. So then your blood starts boiling, temperature goes up. So therefore he said, Avishahya tam akshepai. So he started giving akshepa, criticism. You nonsense, you rascal. What did you do? You stole me from my mother. Now I'll show you who I am. So, which were very hurting to Sambrasura. He was not able to tolerate. Then only he will fight. And Sanjanayan Kalim. So in this way he was creating a quarrel with him, making him ready to fight. Because if you simply go and praise him, he is not going to fight. So if you want to fight, just speak some harsh words, insulting words, right? If you don't want to fight, then don't do that. So he's ready to have some exercise. Sodhikshipto durvachobhihi Padahata ivorgaha Nishchakram Gadapanir Amarshat Tamralochana. So Sambrasura was of course surprised. He says, what is this? This fellow saw him as a little baby and now he's challenging me. So when he heard these sharp critical words, he was very angry. Adhikshipta. His head got completely boiling. So he gives an example, just like there is a cobra and you hit the cobra with your foot. So immediately cobra gets attentive and attacks you. So he came out with a club in his hand and his eyes were red with anger. Tamra lochana, the blood was flowing into his eyes. So now real fight begins. So Gada Mavidya Tarsa Pradyumnaya Mahatmane Prakshipya Vinadadnadam Vajra Nispesha Nishthuram. So he threw his Gada, his club, at a very high speed to hit Pradyumna, the great Bhagwan. And after throwing the club onto him, then he roared very loudly, just like the thunderbolt. Indra has his weapon thunderbolt, so when he hits it, it makes a very big sound like this. During the lightning, thunderbolt is like lightning. It makes very big sound, so that is the sound he made to attack. So Nishpesho Nirghata. Nishpesha means Nirghat. Nirghat means this sound, lightning. When lightning flashes in the sky, there is a big sound. Vachanam avocha. Avocha diti one nadam anadat. So just like he said, he spoke the words, because he says that Vyadanad nadam. There was no need of nadam here. Vyadanad was enough. Singhanadam vinodyache sankham dadmu pratapavan. Bhishma, he roared like a lion. So there also Singhanadam vinodya. So Singhanadam vinodya. Namu pratyaya. So here of course Namu is not there. So Vyanadat Vajra Nispesha Nishturam Tama Patantim Bhagwan Pradyumno Gadaya Gadam Apashya Shatrave Kruddha Prahinot Swagadam Nripa. So Pradyumna, he also had his own club. Pradyumna also has his club, Chakra. He's got also 2 weapons. So when this club was coming, so he took his club and he kicked this club away. And Apasya Shatrave Kruddha. And then angrily he hit the enemy with his club. He says, you want to hit me? See here what I do. So he gave him a response. But Shambrasura was also an expert. He was not ordinary. So what did he do? He jumped. So Sacha Mayam Samashritya Daiteim Mayadarshitam Mamuche Astramayam Varsham Karshno Vaihaya Sosura. So then he also took shelter of Maya, which he has learned from Maya. He is a Maya Danav, the Pandavas, those who built he was living in Indraprastha. So Maya Darshitam Daitaim Samashritya Mayam. So this Maya comes from Diti, or from the sons of Diti, Datyas. And what he did, that he went into the sky. He says there is no point in fighting like this with him. So he went up into the sky. And from there, he started throwing stones at him. So here the reading is Astramayam, but it could be Asmamayam. Asma means stone. So there was a rain of stones, just like hailstorm come, but these hailstorms are made from water. These were actual stones falling down. So if one stone hits on your head, that's enough. So a lot of stones were coming one after another. Unless you have a good helmet, you're going to lose your head. So that's why, if you see Bhagavan, they also have a helmet, protect themselves. I don't think there is any commentary on this. There is nothing. Badhyamano astra varshene Rokmineyo Maharatha Sattvatmikam Mahavidyam Sarvamayopamardanim. So then when Pradyumna was attacked like this by Maya, this delusory power of Shambrasura, and all these weapons were coming. So if it is reading is Astra Varsha, then means various types of weapons were coming and shooting at him. So then son of Rukmani, who is a great fighter, he also took recourse to Mahavidya. So this Mahavidya is Sattvamai, it is Sattvic, and therefore it takes care of the Rajasic and Tamasic Mayas. So Sarva Mayo Pamardani. So it subdues all other types of Maya. So therefore he is using this Mahavidya to fight with him. Tato Gohyaka Gandharva Paishacha Uraga Rakshashi Prayuktaha Shatsu Datyah Karshnir Vyadhamayat Sata. So now there is a fight of Maya using deluding power of each other. So there are various types of various categories of Upadevas like Guhyakas, Gandharvas, Rakshasas, Pishachas, Uragas. They all belong to this category of Upadeva. And generally they are all associates of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is the master of Maya. So they all have different of powers in them. Guhyakas have some type of power, Pishachas, Rakshasas. They can create things. So like you may see some science fiction movie. So now they are making science fiction, but here it's already described. So then this Sambarasura was using all these various types of Maya weapons. Sometimes hailstorm is coming, sometimes heavy wind is blowing, sometimes fire is coming, sometimes there are snakes all around trying to bite you. Sometimes there's a rain of shit. Sometimes, like that you can read. There's a rain of blood and urine coming. All types of garbage falling down from the sky. So all this. So whatever he knew, he tried everything. But Pradyumna, he cut all this Maya. So it's hundreds of types of Maya which he used, then he destroyed everything. And then finally, he kills him. So Nishatamasi Udyamya Sakirita Sakundalam Shambarasya Shirah Kayat Tamras Masravo Jasaharat. So then Pradyumna quickly jumped up also into the sky, and he had a very sharp sword in his hand, and he cut off his head along with the helmet and earrings. So decorated head, various gems studded in his diadem. So he removed the head, separated it from his body, and Tamras Mashru, he also had mustaches which were like copper colored. So copper colored, like sometimes people they put this henna in their beard. Here you have seen. So like that. So he naturally had henna dyed mustache. These days people also make various colors of their hair. So the Asura had naturally like that. So now his head separate, body separate. So that is killing of Sambrasara. No commentary. So there Jiva Goswami has cited from Harivansh Purana that he was also creating tiger, boars, lions, bears, monkeys, elephants, horses, camels, all ready to fight, attacking. So all this he tried. That's why it says various types of Maya. So anyway, he got killed. Akirya mano divijaihi stuvadbhi kushmotkaraihi bharyayambar charinya puram nito vihayasa. So when he did that, then devas came and they showered flowers on him while reciting prayers, stotras in his praise. And then he left for Dwarkapuri, but he did not go by the sea route because Sambrasura was, or whatever, he went by plane. He took the air route. So he says, Bhareya Ambaracharanya Puram Nito Vihayasa. So it is the wife who took him through the air route to Dwarkapuri. So Mayavati also knew a lot of Maya, so she also could fly in the sky. Therefore, she carried him. Antaha Purvaram Rajan Lalana Shatasankulam Viveshapatnya Gagnad Vidyuta Eva Balahaka. So she went directly to the inner quarters of Krishna, and there were thousands of women there. Remember, he said that Pradyumna will be born. Then in this chapter it will be described that he will come back with his wife. He says, but that's not actually the order of the story. In between, Krishna has married other wives. So he already had many wives. And there was a big Antapura, the inner quarters. So he went there. So all these ladies, they came out because they saw somebody whom they missed, as it will be described, thinking this is Krishna coming with some beautiful girl. Because he was bringing girls anyway. He was on the spree of getting married. So he thought another one is coming now. They thought like that. So he says it was just like cloud and lightning. Because Rati is very golden in color and Pradyumna is same bodily color as Krishna. So it was just like you see the cloud and then lightning. So like that they landed there. So again, there is hardly any comment on this. Tam drishtva jalad shyama pita kausheya vasasam pralamb bahum tamraksham susmitam ruchirananam swalankrita mukham bhojam nilavakralakalibhihi krishnam matva striyo hrita nililyus tatra tatraha. So after seeing him, that is Pradyumna, who had the bodily hue of the cloud, Jalada Shyama, and he had same type of dress as Krishna, that is yellow silken cloth, and he had long strong arms and reddish eyes, tamraksha, and he has beautiful smile and wonderful face. Swalankritam mukham bhojam nila vakral kalibhi, and he also had the blackish hair, curly covering part of his face. So they mistook him for Krishna. Krishnam matva striyo hrita. And therefore out of shyness they ran and hid themselves. Thought that he is coming, Krishna is coming. But he was not. So this is one of the characteristic of Pradyumna which is described. I think it comes later on also, that he was very much resembling Krishna. Avdharya shanir ishad vailakshanyena yoshitaha upajagmuhu pramuditaha swastri ratnam suvishmitaha. But while hiding, they looked at him carefully, and then they realized that he is not Krishna, because there is also some difference between appearance of Krishna and Pradyumna. It's like if you see sometimes twin brothers or twin sisters, they look exactly the same, but there is some difference. In college we had twins, and there is a campus interview, the company come to interview. So they were interviewing, and one brother went inside and he was interviewed, then he came out, and they will always dress same. Yeah, they will always be together, they will walk together, they will eat together, they will have the same pants, same cloth. So he went inside, he got interviewed, then he came out, then the other went inside, and he went and he sat, and they are looking at him. He says, "What? We just interviewed you, why have you come again?" And he said, No, I'm the brother. Because the names were also similar, like Ramesh, Mahesh, Gupta, they were Guptas, So it was very difficult to make distinction. But still there is some distinction. So that's why he says that avdharya shanair ishad. So gradually they were able to make a distinction, and valakshena yoshita, the women, they could understand that there are some different characteristics, and therefore they came out and they went near them, because now they have come down, and they were very happy to see that here is Pradyumna along with a very beautiful woman. So they were all surprised. And then Rukmani also came. Atha tatra shita pangi vaidharbi valgu bhashini asmarat swasutam nashtam sneha snuta payodhara. So then gradually Vaidarbhi or Rukmani, who had a very sweet voice and had very beautiful eyes, so she also came, and when she looked at him, it reminded her of her baby, because she doesn't know that this is her child, but somehow she remembered, and she thought that if my son was there, he would have been like this now. So asmarat swasutam nashtam sneha snuta payodhara, and milk started flowing from her breasts out of love. So there is nothing. Konu vayam nar vaiduryaha kasya va kamalekshanaha dhrutaha kaya va jatre keyam labdha tunena va. So then they are thinking like this, that who is this beautiful person, and he has such beautiful eyes, whose son is he? Who is that fortunate woman who had given birth to him? And who is this lady who is so fortunate to be his wife? So this is what she is thinking. in her mind. She did not say it. Mam chapi atmajo nashto nito yah sutika grihat etat tulyavayo rupo yadi jivati kutrachit. So she was saying that my son who was taken away from the Sutika Graha, from the house where he was born, he would have been of his age by now and in beauty. If he was living somewhere, he will be like this. So that's what she thought. So although she knows that he is no more there, but she is thinking of possibility that if at all he survived, somehow he would be like this. Katham tvanena sampraptam sarupyam sarangdhanmanah akritya vairgatya swaraha savalokanaihi. And then she said that she is very surprised that how is that he has got so much similarity to my husband Krishna. That's the thought which is coming. Because he resembles. He says by his bodily looks, how the bodily limbs are, how he walks, how he smiles, how he speaks, he resembles Krishna and everything. So he says, how is this? So then of course she will say that definitely he must be my son. Saeva va bhave nunam yo me garbhe dhritorvakaha amusmin pritiradhika vame spurati me bhuja. So he said, definitely he must be my son, whom I kept in my womb, because by looking at him, my love is swelling and left parts of my body are quivering. So remember, it happened also before when Krishna came to kidnap her. Evam mimansa manayam vedharbhyam devaki sutaha devakyānakdundubhyam uttam shloka agamat. So when she was deliberating like this, at that time Sri Krishna along with his mother Devaki and father Vasudeva, he came there. Vigyata arthopi bhagwan tushni masa janardanaha narado kathayat sarvam shambharaharanadikam. And although Krishna knew everything, but he stood there silently as if he does not know anything. And then, who comes? Narada. So Narada finally comes and he tells the whole story, because it was all plotted by him. So he comes and he tells a nice story that how he was stolen by Shambhasura, and then he grew up there, and now he has come back with his wife, Skamdev. So we'll stop here if there is any question to ask. Okay, Malati.
If you could throw some light on these two ladies, one Rukmavati and Rati. So you said Rukmavati is the original and eternal spiritual consort of Pradyumna, and Rati is, or Mayavati. She's the same as Rati. She hasn't changed her body, she just changed her name. Whereas Kamadev had given up his body and got a new body, but he's a material, he's a Jiva. And Rati is also Jiva. So Rati is also a consort of Pradyumna, but she's a material counterpart.
Yeah, so Pradyumna has his, just like sometimes we see in the temple that Krishna or Vishnu has got two wives, right? Like Bhudevi, Sridevi. You hear that? So Sridevi is Lakshmi, and then there is Bhudevi. Sometimes you see only one, sometimes two, sometimes 8. Ashtalakshmi is also there. It's very popular in South India, Ashtalakshmi temples. 8 forms of Lakshmi. So therefore primary Shakti is Rukmavati of Pradyumna. It's like Rukmani is the primary Shakti of Krishna. And then there are others. It's like Krishna has other wives. So like that Rati or Mayavati is another wife. And it is in her that Rati Devi enters, just like Kamdev enters into Pradyumna.
So the material one entered into the eternal spiritual.
Yeah. Yes, Sandeep.
So I also had this same question, but then more, I just wanted to know, like, so this Rukmavati and Mayavati are two separate. They are not, like Rukmavati is not, I mean to say Mayavati is not merged into Rukmavati, or they are,
No.
there's nothing, they are two separate.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like, she being Nitya Parshad, so maybe because of that Sambrasura was not able to touch her at all, or was it only because of being Rati she was not able to touch her?
No, the Sambrasura Rati is not eternal associate.
So, one of the reasons, like when we did our Sandarbha, that it came that like Ravan could not even touch.
Yeah, but that was not Pradyumna's wife.
Okay.
That was just Rati and Kamdev. But now his potency manifests. Remember he said that he touched her and then she became spiritual. When he was saying Sparsmani Nyaya, which means that Pradyumna's eternal wife, who is also Rati, she also became manifest and this one got merged into her. Okay, who is this? MM? I don't know who is MM. Manu.
Me, Haribol Maharaj. You hear me?
Yeah.
Oh. I have a question in regards to Kamadev. So, Bahiranga Shakti of Bhagavan has a feminine personality and is referred as Mayade. She impels the Jiva to activity by creating diverse sense objects and also desire for them, Kama. But now, Kamadev has a masculine personality. Is Kamadev the masculine expression of the feminine Maya, or how are they related?
This masculine, feminine is all what is in your mind. Okay. So Shakti manifests masculine or feminine, but it is Shakti. So it's like material objects, human body is male body and female body. But they are made from the same Shakti, material energy, right?
Yes.
But then you call this is masculine, this is feminine. But they are same tattvas.
Okay. Thank you.
Just recently in the Sanskrit classes, we had the example of Shishu Patni. And there you mentioned that Pradyumna would be the good example. So Shishu Patni means a woman whose husband is a baby.
Yes.
Right? And so now having heard this story, I'm wondering, Was he really a baby when he was her husband? Because it sounded as if he was already grown up when they got
when he came
amorously
out from the
engaged.
fish, he was a baby. Was he or not?
Yes.
And he was given to Mayavati. And then he grows. But he was a baby.
Okay, so already when he was a baby, she knew that this is my husband, or?
And then Narada came and told.
Yeah, true. Yes, yesterday. Yeah.
Narada came and told her.
Okay. Now then that's clear.
Just remember the Narada factor. Because without Narada, you cannot know. Nara also means knowledge. So Naram dadati iti Narada. One who gives you knowledge is called Narada. So Narada gives knowledge. Otherwise he will be in ignorance. So everywhere he goes and he tells people. Okay, Narayanji, you had some question? Where is he? Someone there. Okay.